So today I've got this lovely looking Maserati Cambio Corsa, I believe it's called, in for a few little jobs. I love Maseratis, but it's always kind of a case of never meet your heroes with them. They're always a little bit rough around the edges. Hopefully I can make this one a bit better, but that's one of the jobs. Clips are broken. Passenger side window doesn't work, it makes a noise, but nothing's happening. There's a couple of other little bits, engine lights on, airbag lights on, to investigate those. But it does have a Ferrari engine, which is nice. It sounds pretty decent. It did. That's maybe why the engine light's on. Will be investigated soon. Won't give it too much, it's a bit cold. But yeah, there's just little bits like state of this. I don't know why that looks like that. It's just, I mean, there's always lovely leather work in Maseratis, but some bits are a bit rough. I must say the build quality is much better than the 90s ones though. This is comparable to any other car really, apart from a couple of little bits like that. There we go. Nice lovely Ferrari engine. It says Maserati on it, but apparently it's a 430 engine, I'm told. And it used to be blue. It's pretty filthy this, but it is actually Japanese. It's a Japanese domestic market Maserati, and it's been painted over there. You see Japanese writing everywhere. So hopefully I can fix a few of these bits. So let's see how to get the door card off a Maserati. There we go. Does that grille pop off? I think it does. Yep. Speaker's loose. But in a bad way. Oh God, it's going everywhere. There we go. Not very tight. Yeah. Yeah, it rotates. It's making good noises. There we go. Using the blunt side of the knife. Both sides are blunt on this one, really. There we go. It's metal. Some of them chewed up. Yeah, I need a T-handle. Alright, that one's not so bad. That one's not tight. Give it one more go with this. No, not a chance. Alright, so I'm using a hammer. Looks a bit rough, but it serves two purposes. One, shock the bolt free, and two, mash the head back into something that the tool might actually grip into. And hopefully, there we go, lovely. Now I've got to figure out this window mechanism without setting off an airbag. Is that gaffer tape on an airbag? That doesn't look safe. Well, it's had the wire cut anyway. So this could be why there's a problem with the airbag light. Somebody's already been in here and replaced that airbag with a resistor. Oh, marvellous. Marvellous. Yeah, I'll just go and buy a new airbag for a 20-year-old Maserati. Great. Well, I can but try. The motor still makes noises when you press the buttons, so it suggests there's something mechanically wrong in the motor, or there's a wire come off or something. It doesn't look like a wire operated mechanism though. Right, that's some half decent access now. This is tricky. That's loose, that bolt there, I didn't loosen that. That's the window run, and that's probably where the problems come from. That'll have come loose and something's moved, possibly. Certainly could contribute. Let's see if I can get these bolts out without breaking the glass, because that's always the goal. There's still two end runners on it. Alright, glass is kind of free. Right, difficult bit's over. I've just got to figure out what's going on with this. So I'll have to remove the whole thing and then probably figure out how to line everything back up again. Could maybe try and find a workshop manual, I suppose. It's not in Italian. Yeah, that's the problem. That bit's meant to be attached to that with this broken bit. That's definitely not right. I have a lathe. I think I can make something. I think I can make something better than that. Possibly. Soon find out. So this is the problem. This piece of monkey metal shite is broken and I need to replace it. I'll probably replace it with something steel. I'm guessing, by the way it's keyed in that and the way it's got the slot in the back, that it allows a bit of spring tension to assist the window going up, to probably remove gravity out of the equation, to give it the same speed up and down. So I'll have to take the motor off there to preload it. Fine here. Once I've made the replacement part, but if I knew what mechanism it was, I'd probably buy one. It's not like I can just go to Maserati and get one. I maybe could, but I can do this today. So I think that's the plan. Make a new one of these, and then probably just weld it in there. However, whatever orientation it's meant to go in. Actually, I think it does matter, doesn't it? So if I drill that out, obviously, drill it so it's round. Make a round piece, weld the round piece in. That should be better than it ever was. Hopefully I've got a bit of steel big enough. I think I do. Yeah, it needs that shoulder on it to stop it coming through. I'm going to have a look through my pile of bits. Looks good. Sweet. So the next tricky bit is to figure out how much preload to put on it. And I can't put any preload on with the motor on, so off that comes. The motor gear seems fine, it sounded fine, it's just jumped out of its tracks because the pivot pins sheared off. I'll try the new one now. So the spring must go on here. Actually, I don't know which way around it goes. I'll have to work this out. Yeah, that way up. In my defence, it did fall out. I didn't see which way it was. Lovely. Well, I hope that's right. Still a bit hot, that. Will be, I've just welded it. Never been that bright, have I? Yeah, it's a bit warm, that. Lovely and smooth. Alright, that way up. You want tension down, so too far that way, I think it was. Ow. And then I've got to try and slot that motor in there. While not firing things around and hurting myself. Easy said than done. Don't know which way I'm going. I guess not that way. Yeah, there's no problem with that spring. Looks good. Now to refit it and hope everything lines up. I don't think anything's bent. That piece is certainly going to work better than the original piece ever did. I think it's testing time. Looks good to me. Refit the glass, hopefully in one piece, and it should be fixed. That's coming down again because the door's open, so that it doesn't catch. I'll check the actual movement works. Seems good. Don't know if it's sealing very well. So that's one job jobbed. Quick plastic repair on the bracket for this and fix that back on. 2 screws now and 2 of the fixings, one of them's been bodged. That'll do. To get the check engine light off, but it needs a lambda sensor on bank 1, primary lambda sensor. I can't read the airbag module, so I think I'm going to have to buy a new code reader to do that. I think I found one that might do the job for not a lot of money. The mirrors are just going nuts when you put it in reverse. Both of them do that. No idea why. I wasn't asked to fix that though, so I'll have to mention that to him. They don't work off the switch, so I don't know where to start with that. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to finish this video off without the car in front of me. I thought it was coming back when a part turned up, but it turned out the part was out of stock, so it didn't come back. But I can take you through what I did to fix the airbag fault. I actually found a scanner that will read Maserati 4200. The launch X431 reads and clears airbag codes and gives live data too. It reads engine, obviously. It does not read ABS, but it will do the gearbox, and I believe it'll do the relearning on the gearbox as well. Not that I messed about with the clutch or anything on that, didn't need to. But using this, I was able to find airbag faults on both passenger side airbags, the one in the door and the one in the dash. And it turned out that both of them had been bypassed. I've no idea why. Perhaps the person in Japan had a child in the seat and didn't want the airbags going off, or I've no idea. I really don't know why you'd want to bypass the airbags. They'd soldered a resistor in where the airbag should be, both sides, and just left the airbags in. So I just removed the resistor, resoldered the wires, heat shrunk, do all the rest. It did turn out that the door airbag was still giving a fault on occasion when opening and closing the door, so that could have been the reason of why they bypassed them. I'm not entirely sure why they did it, but it turned out the multi-plug in the passenger door jamb was a bit faulty. I think probably it'd been a little bit damaged when it had been resprayed and not fitted back together correctly, so I fitted it back together correctly and made sure it was nice and tight again, and everything was good after that. Let's see if this will show me, just to prove it, because I couldn't find a conclusive answer on this, and even on the launch website it didn't really give me the right information. Actually, yeah, here we go. It was down as a GT, and if I click on GT, no, I'm a liar. Okay, so I'm not seeing it listed on my new one, but on my old one, the Pad 2 this is, still launch. As you can probably see, m138, it's down as a GT, and airbag control, read and clear, read data stream. So that allowed me to find the faults, fix the faults, the light went off and stayed off. If you're stuck trying to find something that'll read a Maserati Coupe or Spider airbag fault, launch is your answer without spending fortunes. I'm pretty sure this one will still read it. They don't usually drop vehicles from later models. I don't think I actually plugged this one into that car. I think I bought this after I finished the job. But as you can see, it does actually list it there. It's like the holy grail. That I was looking for ages to find something that would read that, and then I managed to buy this off a friend of mine, and then updated it to the latest one. Well, bought a new one rather. So yeah, I guess that's all I've got to say because I haven't got the car here anymore. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more. See ya.